Hello, Year 6, and welcome to your first recorded Destination Reader lesson. It's me, Miss Landry, and I'm going to be doing 20 lessons with you about the story Cloud Busting by Mallory Blackman. Before we begin, let's review some important things you're going to see throughout our lessons. You will see some words in red. These are key words that are very important for your learning. They may be vocabulary words, they may be important phrases, or they may be those sentence starters that it's important we use when answering questions and reading. You'll also see some writing in blue. These are questions for you to think about and answer. Anything written in green is going to be for you to write on a piece of paper or in your home learning book. Now, before we begin, you're going to need a few things. Let's make sure we each have a copy of the story, Cloud Busting, and a strategy prompt sheet. Your adults should have collected these from school. If they haven't done so yet, please ask them to contact the school to see how you can get these things. You'll also need a pencil and a piece of paper or your home learning book. Pause the video now to make sure you have everything you need. Awesome job. Now we're ready to learn. For the next 4 weeks, we are going to be reading the story Cloud Busting by Mallory Blackman. This is one of my favorite stories. It's particularly interesting because this entire book is a story written in poems. It's a lot of fun to read, and I'm excited to share it with you. So, let's begin with strategy number 1, predicting. What does the word predict mean? Pause the video now and note your ideas on your piece of paper or in your home learning book. Well done, Year 6. Predicting means to think, say, or estimate what will happen in the future. In our case, in today's lesson, we are going to be predicting or thinking about or estimating what we think will happen throughout our story, Cloud Busting. To begin our predictions, let's look at the front cover. Here I have for you 3 different front covers of the book Cloud Busting. Take a second to look at each cover, noting what you see. Now, let's read my prediction. I predict this story is about children who become friends and like to look at the clouds. I think this because there are children doing this in the front cover, and a quote that says, "The moving story of an extraordinary friendship." Do you see that quote on the top of this book here? Great. Pause the video now to write down your prediction about what the book Cloud Busting might be about. Great job. Now, let's look at the back of the book and let's read the blurb. He's gone, and it's his fault. The fault of the class idiot, the class bully. Davy is a new boy, and Sam can't stand him. He thinks Davy is a first-class, grade A, top-of-the-dung-heap moron. But when the two are thrown together, Sam discovers that Davy's eccentric way of looking at the world makes life a lot more interesting. Until something terrible happens. Let's look back at our predictions. Can we make those predictions a little bit better? Can we add a bit more to our prediction now that we've read the blurb? Let's look at my prediction. I predict that Davy and Sam become unexpected friends because the blurb says Davy's eccentric. That means different or interesting way of looking at the world makes life more exciting. This suggests to me that Sam appreciates and enjoys Davy once he gets to know him. Now, pause the video, make a note of your ideas and your predictions now that we've read the blurb. Well done. Awesome predictions. Now, I've clipped out some images from the book. Take 5 seconds to look at these images and think about what you think might happen in the book. Well done. I see 2 boys in every picture. One of them looks like they're being quite unkind. The other one looks sad or upset in a few of the pictures. Let's read my prediction. I predict that Sam and Davy do not get along at first, and that Sam is quite mean to Davy, because the pictures show Sam pushing Davy and talking rudely about him. However, I predict that eventually they become friends, because in the last picture at the bottom, they look quite friendly. Pause the video now and make your own predictions based on these pictures. Well done. Remember, if you have some interesting predictions, be sure to share them in an email or on my USO. Me and Mrs. Howard would love to read them. That is our first cloud busting lesson. Well done, Year 6. Tomorrow we will begin to read cloud busting. If you want, you can draw a new front cover based on your predictions. You can do this on your piece of paper or in your home learning book. Well done, and I will see you for our second lesson tomorrow.